and welcome to the channel. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Today we're doing technical analysis on a stock called OPK. This is a healthcare stock. I'm going to go through the technicals and also talk about a little bit of fundamentals of what the stock is about, what the company is about. So let's take a look at the fundamentals first, and then we'll come back to the technical analysis of it. So it's a healthcare stock, all right? They have different aspects within the firm, like they are doing the research and development for the different drugs, and they also want to be able to serve unmet patients' needs through different class products. So they want to come up with different products that would help the patients for something that is not available right now in the market. So that's their objective. Market cap for the stock is about 2.318 billion. So it's a fairly large company. It's not a startup company by all means. And the volume, they trade on a daily basis about 4.2 million. As of right now, the market hasn't closed. They have done 2 million so far. 52-week range for the stock is $2.43. That's the lowest they got to, and $5.25. That's the highest they got to. And the $5.25 was actually not too long ago, December 31st, 2021. They were at $5. And after that, they started declining. And as the market has got impacted by different various issues that happen, and the market is dropping consistently, this stock is also getting impacted by that. So as far as the institutional banks holding for this stock is about 28%, which is a good large number. It's not like they're not in it. They're pretty much 28%, and that's actually a good number in my opinion. All right, increased position. 91 of these firms have increased their position by 29 million. 113 firms have sold out of their position, about 23 million. But if you do the net, there's still greater numbers being bought than sold, which is a good sign, of course, for the stock to be able to have some momentum in the future. So let's move on to the chart, right? So technical analysis. All right. So how the market usually works is a lot of people fail to understand that there's always up and down, right? There's always buyers or sellers. There's either demand or there's no demand. Okay. So when you look at a market, you cannot just look at it one aspect of the stock, like, okay, either, it's definitely going to go up. It potentially could come down as well. And from your standpoint, either you could short the stock or you could buy the stock, either way. So market makes money both ways. And a person looking at a stock should always be, open to making money both ways as well. Now, with these technicals, what they help you with is essentially a lot of people fail to understand is that you have the support of resistance, but on a given day when you start looking at a chart, right, you have to determine which way is heading, and you always have to have your stop losses accordingly, right? You cannot go into a position and diamond hand it and say, okay, I'm going to get in, and right now the position, let's say, was at $5, and you get into that position, you think it's going to go to $6, but it go down to $4.80, but you're still adamant that it's going to go to $5. Now we've gone to $4.60, but you're still adamant that it's going to go to $5. Maybe it'll go to $5, but not today, right? Maybe from a few days it'll go to $5. But the point I'm trying to make is that a lot of people fail to understand that you got to have your stop losses, have the indicators that you're working with, work with these indicators for, at least 20, 30 trades, same indicators, same way you trade. So you get an idea how the market works, and you always got to have your stop losses. All right. Nobody can predict the future. Nobody, I could guarantee you, I assure you that no system can predict the future. Every moment that happens in the market is always unique. Please understand that. What you got to do is you got to take these support and resistance, and you have to just understand what could happen. There's a probability here, and the probability is, okay, this is what I think happens. If it goes down, it could potentially go up to $2.96, right? It could either bounce off of this because of a lot of automated, system of trying to purchase stocks. For example, 75% is being automated now, trading. Nobody manually sitting and clicking on, at least from the institutional bank perspective. So let's say it goes down to $2.96. It ticks back off. There's a resistance right here at $3.78. Now, either it crosses that resistance. Now, there's a possibility that it could go to a $3.18 at that point. If it crosses at $3.18, it could go up to $3.23. And then it has to cross all these resistance. The resistance I have here is $3.23, $3.27, and $3.38. And it has to cross these resistance. Now, when I say resistance, is because you have a lot of limit order kicking in. You have a lot of profit taking coming in. There's a lot of different factors that are affecting the market, okay? Now, there is no guarantee that it will come here and it bounces off. If it does bounce off, and you can confirm that it's bounced off, the way you confirm is that you see a bar, you see a couple of bars sort of stating that, okay, now it's going toward the upward momentum. Now you can see indicators like, for example, the indicators that I like to use is that RSI, Relative Strength Index. It tells me if there's a pressure on the market to buy the stock. Right now, the RSI for the stock is sitting around 41, which means that majority of them is coming out of the position. And MACD is also coming down, which is the moving average conversion divergence. Is telling me the histogram is really red. It's coming down. The people are selling off the stock. The way I make money is now I see there is everything that comes down has to go up eventually, right? Given that, you look at a monthly chart or weekly chart. So for example, if I take a look at weekly chart, you see how it is above $5 or so in a weekly chart. So it is essentially going to come down, but there's a potential that it could go down to $1.17. That's also there. So you cannot ignore the fact that it could go down to $1.17. So you have to take both facts in consideration. And when you get into a play, you got to make sure that you put your stop losses accordingly. So you say, okay, I'm going to put in $1 and I'm okay to lose 5% on that dollar, okay, which means 5 cents. So if you're okay to lose 10%, that's great as well, because you have to predetermine your exit point before you get into trade. So from my perspective, the way this stock is going, it comes down and then it starts going back up. And like, for example, it came down here to $2.65. It made its way, it made its way back up to like $2, even $3.23 for that matter. But there's a pullbacks here, right? The way I play usually is I take a position, for example, let's say I buy 300 shares of the stock, right? If I see some profit, I will take some profit out of it, take maybe 100 shares, I'll sell them off, let it retract. And I have stop losses already in my place. Maybe I'll move my stop losses a little higher than before, take some profit, let it go up again, take some profit again. When it comes down, maybe it comes down to the profit, the stop loss that I've encountered. Maybe my stop loss is right here. It didn't touch my stop loss, still moving up, take some profit again at this point. So basically, you got to have that strategy. Again, this is not me, giving you a strategy, but this is how I usually do. I like to take profit, and you got to have a stop loss. So from this stock perspective, there are a couple of resistance I see here. As I mentioned, it's coming down right now. If it goes here and support. So if it comes down to $2.95, for example, 96 cents, it goes down. It could potentially go down to $2.83. If it crosses that, $2.65, $2.47. So now you log in, let's say tomorrow, you see how the stock is moving. You go to, for example, daily chart and you see where it is right now. On a daily chart, it is sitting around right here, right? So on a daily chart, it moves. And the other thing that I want to show you guys is that when it moves, how many cents does it move in a given day, right? It looks like the average, the stock moves in a 30-minute period. It's around 5 cents. If I go to daily chart, for example, on a given day, it moves around 19 to 20 cents as an average. Right? You can have a good day where you can move 33 cents or maybe 25 cents, but on an average, it moves around 20 cents. So you got to take that in consideration as well. Either way, either direction, right? So when you're getting into a position, you got to understand that it moves around 20 cents, 30 cents, or 15 cents, or 5 cents in a given time frame, and you got to look at the time frame and trade in the time frame that you doing your analysis on. My time frame right now is 30 minutes chart, and in there 30 minutes chart is saying 43 is the RSI. MACD is coming down. ATR is around 5 cents. It moves around 5 cents. And as far I'm concerned, I'm waiting for the stock to come down, but I doing the analysis from the weekly or the monthly perspective. I see the stock does make moves and it does go higher than the current levels it is right now. So basically, this is the objective here, right? So have these levels, understand these levels, and then when it start making the move on a given day, do not prejudge what the price is going to be. Don't think like this is where it's heading, because there's no way you could predict the future or anybody could predict the future. So the objective here is to have these supportive resistance, see how the market is moving. You already know what the supportive resistance it could possibly get to, not 100%, possibly. And then you just jump into it and then have your stop losses. If it stop you out of your position, like if your stop loss threshold is 10%, then you don't worry about it. Get out of the trade, come back to it again. The support and resistance I established. So definitely take a look at the stock. Very interesting stock, but it is a slow moving stock. However, if you play it right, anybody could actually make money off of it because it's very volatile. So take a look. Hope you guys like this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, do consider subscribing. I'll talk to you guys in the next video.